Hey everyone! Today we're diving into a super exciting theory that's been buzzing around the MCU community. With Avengers Doomsday on the horizon, there's talk of a massive return that could blow your mind. The original Fantastic Four cast, including none other than Chris Evans, coming back to the MCU. If you're wondering how this could happen, stick around because we've got a theory that could explain it all. So let's start with Thunderbolts and what we saw in its post-credit scene. In this scene, we get a mysterious spaceship entering the MCU. Now, it's got fans thinking that it's the Fantastic Four's ship, and while that's cool, there's something interesting here. If you closely look at the ship, it has 4 legs. But in the trailers for the Fantastic Four First Steps, we see a ship with only 3 legs. Now, why does that matter? Well, Kevin Feige, the mastermind behind the MCU, teased that these 2 ships might not be the same. And that got us thinking, could it be that the ship in Thunderbolts is actually carrying the original Fantastic Four cast?
So what are your superhero names?
They call me the Human Torch. Ladies call me Torch.
Let's talk about the original Fantastic Four for a moment. We all remember Chris Evans as Johnny Storm, right? Well, guess what? In Deadpool 3, Evans made a surprise return as Johnny Storm, which had fans wondering about the future of his version of the character. Could Marvel be setting up his return for Avengers Doomsday? Imagine this. Chris Evans, Ioan Gruffudd, Jessica Alba, and Michael Chiklis all coming back as their respective Fantastic Four characters, but this time from a different universe. After all, the multiverse is at play in the MCU right now, and bringing back these iconic actors could create some major excitement for fans. Now, why would the original Fantastic Four team come back? Well, here's where things get interesting. We've seen the MCU dabble with the multiverse, and Avengers Doomsday is going to bring in a ton of characters from across different timelines. It would be a great time for Marvel to surprise fans by bringing back the old Fantastic Four cast as multiverse variants. These variants could be recruited by the MCU's heroes for a big showdown, and imagine the nostalgia factor with Evans' Johnny Storm, especially after his return in Deadpool 3. The timing couldn't be better.
Stay close.
Aye, aye, Captain. You got this.
But what about the ship? The ship seen in Thunderbolts might be a hint. If the ship isn't from the Fantastic Four First Steps, it could be from the original Fantastic Four universe. It could even be that the original team tracks down the MCU heroes to help stop a major threat like Galactus, since they have the experience. The possibilities are endless, and we know Marvel loves to throw in some surprises, especially when it comes to the multiverse. There's also the possibility that Robert Downey Jr.'s Dr. Doom could be involved in this scenario. Imagine Doom coming from the same universe as the original Fantastic Four and trying to carry out his revenge. This could tie into the Avengers Doomsday storyline, with Doom playing a huge role in the multiversal conflict. Plus, with the multiverse being such a big theme in the MCU, it would make sense for Marvel to bring back the original Fantastic Four cast as variants to help save the multiverse. Now, why would Marvel do this? Well, Avengers Doomsday is set to feature some huge crossovers, and the return of the original Fantastic Four cast would be a perfect nod to fans who grew up with these characters. It would also make sense to bring them into the fold, especially with the multiverse storyline allowing for characters from different realities to interact. This could be one of the most epic crossovers the MCU has ever seen, and it's exactly the kind of thing fans are hoping for.
You let me know how those come out. Do you want to help me with the zipper?
So, there you have it. The theory that the original Fantastic Four cast could return in Avengers Doomsday is definitely exciting and makes a lot of sense in the context of the MCU's multiverse. With Chris Evans already making a return as Johnny Storm in Deadpool 3, it feels like the perfect setup for him and the rest of the original cast to return as multiverse variants. If this theory pans out, it's going to be one of the most nostalgic moments in MCU history. What do you think? Will we see the original Fantastic Four cast in Avengers Doomsday? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And as always, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you won't miss any of our future videos on all things Marvel and beyond.